Tina, can you introduce yourself for the audience, who you are, where you are, and what you do?
My name is Tina Konidaris. I live and work in the Raleigh market. I have been an originator for 30 years, and I am with NFM Lending.
And I mentioned Scotsman's Guide has you as one of the top performing loan officers in the US. It specifically has you at like number 14 last year's volume, which was a challenging year, to say the least. Can you talk a little bit about how you work and how you got to be in the top of your field?
Well, to tell you the truth, I didn't even know the statistics that you shared with me, which is kind of funny. I don't pay a ton of attention to that because all I do is grind. So I compete with myself every day. I don't know if I'm necessarily competing with others, but I have an incredible community of builders that I work with, real estate agents that I work with. I have a team of women, and really every single day, all we do is come to the office and grind. Our goal is to give the best customer service that we can. And we're not really trying to, make our mortgage payment off of one loan. We're just trying to do the best we can for all of our clients.
You mentioned last year was a tough year. It was a tough year for everyone. I think there's probably a perception that the top loan officers in the US, someone who's been at this 20, 30 years, just has all the business coming to them that they can handle and they don't need to grind. Is that true or false?
That's so true. I just had a friend of mine who works for a bank ask me why I work so hard. And for me, it's like the only way I know how to be, which is on and really giving my all every single day. And I do know a lot of people that have been in the industry as long as I have, they don't want to do that grind every day. But for me, I love it. I love the grind. And last year was tough. It was hard to get deals, but you had to fight every single day for it. You couldn't just kind of kick back and hope that business came to you. You have to actively work for it. So I kind of like to think of us as constantly farming, constantly planting seeds. Not all those seeds are going to flourish, but a lot of them do. And then mining that garden every single day.
You mentioned you have 6 children, and you mentioned work-life balance is how you define success. How do you, given this business is a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week business, oftentimes with customers, especially on the weekends out in looking for homes, how do you manage that?
Well, I'd like to think pretty well. I'm hyper organized at home, and I am as anal retentive as they come. So I plan everything in my head all the time. I'm always thinking of next steps. And I have a lot of fun with it. I get a ton of joy from my kids. I love being a great provider for them. But it does take a lot of balance. And I think the thing that probably gets kicked back to the back burner is my own personal needs. I like to do Pilates a couple times a week, but when work gets so busy, it's the last thing that I do. I definitely put my work and my kids and my family ahead of my own needs. And one of the things actually this year that I have committed to doing is finding a hobby besides work. So my coach has been very specific that I need to work on that.
Do you, when the market's changing the way it has been, do you set goals for yourself in terms of volume or number of loans, number of customers? Yeah, how do you think about your target for this year, for example?
That's so funny you asked me that. I'm chuckling because the only year I've really set a goal was this past year, and we did not meet that goal. And it was such a bummer, but also you understand that there are certain things that are outside of your control, and interest rates peaking at 8%, not anything that I could control myself. What we just try to do is make sure that we're honoring all the referrals and the referral partners that we get. I think if you do that, the business comes. Would I love to be closing, 50 units a month and everyone gets great service and everyone is thrilled? Absolutely. That'd be super cool. Is that the reality? Not always. And I'm just going to make sure that I continue to do the best job that I can and that my team honors those clients and referral partners, and everything comes.
Any sort of words of wisdom to anyone else in the industry, maybe someone coming up aspiring to, run a team like yours and get in the top, echelon?
You just don't think it comes easy. It comes with work. It comes with good days and it comes with really bad days. And I think the message I would like to share in general is just have a great attitude about it. Understand that your job is to truly help people. And if you take that perspective and you're not just doing it so you can make this big paycheck and buy fancy things, if you're doing it because you genuinely want to help your community and your partners, then I think all the good things will come from that. This is not an industry that's just going to give you a big paycheck for not working hard. It takes a lot of hard work.
Well, Tina, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. And I know you're busy, so I'll let you go, but thanks for your words of wisdom. Really appreciate it.